Good morning. I know I haven't covered my pond. It's still dripping and fairly mild for this part of the woods. Normally we should be covered in snow and ice, but somehow we're having a mild winter here. Some of the catnip is still sort of green. So I haven't covered the ponds yet because the sun comes in nice. So there's the baby running, little tiny one over there, and the rest are down there. Got the goldfish and smaller koi are in here. I should pick off the dead lilies. I see there's some babies picking at this filter here. Where did they go? They were just there. Ran and hid. There's one over there in the corner, a baby. I don't know. He was under the filter. But yeah, we haven't had any ice on the pond. It's still running good, and everything seems to work. So, but there is ice on the overflow bucket because it's not moving, so it freezes fast. And here I gotta dig that out now. It's died back and saved the root. And up to the top on. Sun's not. I even have, what is that, a flower? Are you kidding me? I guess there's a flower, a couple flowers here. It hasn't been that cold. But Daryl must have been eating chocolates from Halloween. But yeah, there they are in the top pond. They're closer to the bottom, so it's farther away. I don't know where the rest are hiding. But the water's nice and clear. There's the big orange one. There's a couple more. I don't know where they went. Oh, there's another one. They were hiding. I don't know. There should be some more. Where? Oh, they're at the very bottom. Somewhere very low. But yeah, I'm going to cover it with plastic. I'll lay a couple 2x4s in that crisscross frame, throw the plastic over top, and just tuck it in. You can put a staple in if you want, but I lift it up all the time, so I just fold it down, the plastic. When it gets really cold, it'll seal itself because of the moisture from the pond, and the inside of the plastic will bond to the wood here, and it'll create its own seal. But you know what? It doesn't freeze too hard. Now, oh yes, there is my pump there going like crazy, and it comes from there. And one of my friends had a problem. Her hose came out and it dripped behind. So what I could do to prevent that, because it could happen to me too. Let me see if I can move that. I can't. But basically here on the top, you can put a clamp, an outside clamp that is way bigger than this hose. So then it won't slip through that hole anymore. Alright? Just stick a clamp on, and then it won't be able to back up because the clamp on top will be too big. You could do something like that. That'd be quick. Everybody has little screw ups along the way. Everybody. I remember that happening to me one time years ago. The bottom pond just about drained empty. Not this one, of my old ponds, because the water was being redirected somewhere, and I think what had happened is the streams overflowed. One time I had a pump freeze too because it was flowing too slow, a little pump. So I try to make sure the pumps are going good, because minus 40, they won't freeze with this flow. But I do cover the marsh because the level, there's not much of an overflow level here, and a little bit of ice backup, like an ice jam, or even just material. This time of year you can scoop out material, like there is this holding it back, growing on the liner. So scoop that out. Yeah, the water's ice cold. so that it doesn't hold too much water back. Because if the water can't flow, you may think, oh, it's still flowing good, but it will hold the water back in the middle pond, right? So, because it's a marsh, so I try to keep that waterway scooped. I never seem to have anything there in that waterway. It's always seems to be good. And with the top pond, it has a much higher overflow. It's got a box. Like the water level would have to go all the way up to here to overflow. Because I built it higher because koi can jump out of the pond. Oh yeah, and this is old stuff from the garden, but this one will lay the other way and the plastic will go right over top, like Daryl's should have it. Like we're getting the frames ready. That way it doesn't collapse from the snow. But we do throw extra snow on top. So there. Now, if you're really particular, you could fasten it there, like with the rope and staple to the rope. But I don't bother. The snow holds it down. The frost will hold it down as well. Oh, I love this this old piece of wood. It looks like a snake. Watch. There's a snake! A snake! Put it in the marsh there. There's even something trying to grow there. That is spider plant. It looks pretty much dead. But yeah. And I'll throw the plastic over top, sort of weigh it down so it doesn't blow. If you got a lot of wind, you might have to staple it down, or I'll put bigger boards over top, or you can hang the plastic down and put a board down there if you want. And then you can lift it up and look at the fish in the middle of the winter and see what's happening. And what's going on over here that's green? Oh yes, that is the yellow flag that had spread over to there. Huh. Well, I guess it'll grow there too. In the pond and beside the pond. So whatever. Oh, there's a leaf. Let me go get that leaf. But hey, I haven't done nothing. I haven't fed the fish. If the pads are pretty much done, they'll just snap off and fall into here. There we go. I got all the pads that are pretty much done. I'll just throw the waste. Well, Daryl cleaned it nice, but organic material for the gardening. But yeah, this is a dollar store net, but it's good for just quickly. It's light, easy to scoop, but the odd leaf. I don't get a lot of leaves here because there's no trees except for way over there, and the wind always seems to blow that way. And for some reason, the big giant elm tree right there in the front of the house, the huge one, the leaves just drop down or they go that way. They don't rarely do any come this way, so we're kind of lucky that way. But yeah, this was to scoop leaves. Won't be needed, but yeah, this is a nice sunny side. I want to make the marsh bigger in the spring. I should be able to do it this year, so I'm gonna do it this year. My priority: make the marsh bigger and make the overflow have at least this much overflow room in case of water being held back from dead material or etc. Right? More of an overflow. But that's about it. Everything is still going. That ball's not spinning. It's over there now. But I could put it back there. That ball will just spin all winter. The one in the marsh. It'll just continue to go. Right? And those frames on the top will work good. I got to put another 2x4 here, a couple more. But there is actually another frame that'll fit on this right over top. The old thing I used to make a dome, I'm just going to lay it flat. That way there's, it's harder to see in the winter but there's less exposure to, like with the big hoop. I think it could get colder than laying flat and piling snow on top, because you can really pile snow good. And there's another little bit of debris, organic debris from the yard and everything else. Just scoop it out. Just be careful you don't get the babies this time of the year when you're scooping, because they're swimming slower, so you could accidentally net them if you're not paying attention. But yeah, that's just a quick look. Yeah, today in Canada. Thanks for watching, everybody.